Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. And welcome back to hashtag ABCs of Tarot. We are on letter T today, part 2. I just filmed and I'm uploading part 1. I have 13 decks on this one, including a knockoff. So here we go. So first deck we have Tarot Muha by Los Scarabero. This deck was on my wish list for a long time. One of the first decks I got was a knockoff. And then somebody sold me this, and I edged it in this orange to match the here. It's come out perfect. Beautiful. Somebody wound up selling me their copy because they didn't want any more for like $5. And that's how I got the real deal. And it's funny because I had just went in 2020, in September on my birthday, the Labor Day weekend, to go visit my daughter in Utah. And literally the town over from where we were staying, where I stayed, where she lived, was where this person was. So this deck came from the area that I had just been in a week before. And it was funny. I'm like, because if I'd have known, I said I could have just come and picked it up instead of having her shipped it. But yeah, so this deck has a very special meaning to me now because it was in the mountains of Utah, which I thought was cool. So that is the Tarot Muha. I think it's beautiful. It's one of the first decks that I was. This and the Santa Muerte Tarot were the two decks, both by Los Scarabero, that I really wanted when I first started reading tarot. So that's deck 1. Then we have, this is just called Tarot. I got this on at Five and Below. It came in a kit with a book and everything. The cardstock is crap. It's literally paper thin. However, the backs are gorgeous. I did edge it in this metallic blue, which for the longest, it ain't coming off now, but for the longest it would still come off on your fingers. I don't use this deck, even though if you don't have a lot of money and you're wanting a tarot deck, this is perfect for that. I don't know why that's flipped around. The Hangman, of course. The images just drive me crazy. It is a very RWS deck, but it does give you keywords at the bottom, which I think is cool. And not just one either, like multiple keywords. One's weighed down with problems, very heavy load. It's so grainy at the top. It's awful. The images are awful. It's like somebody transposed old copies of maybe they were meant to do that because it's meant to look old, but I just can't. I can't. But yeah, I still have this deck, even though it was a $5 Five and Below deck. But yeah, I got the whole kit and everything for $5. So yeah, it's just called Tarot, I think. That was deck 2. Deck 3, the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight by Los Scarabero. I don't know why the box won't open. This is right up my alley. I edge it in black. These are what's happening. These are the backs. It's a death card. I've said before a million times, this deck is like reminds me of an ex-friend. If somebody could take form in a tarot deck, this would totally be her. In that respect, I should love the deck, but at the same time, it's a little much for me. And I think I bought it just out of nostalgia because I knew it reminded me so much of her. And we were no longer friends, and I'm like, maybe I could just retain a part of her like this, but who knows? I mean, it's slowly, there's parts of it that are growing on me. So that's the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight by Los Scarabero. Next we have my Only Thought deck. Oh wait, I have the knockoff. Yeah, so this is going to count as 2 decks. I got this because I was like, oh, I need a Thoth deck. Don't know why. I just need a Thoth deck. Got this on Wish. Didn't realize they did knockoffs. At the time, I got a whole bunch of decks. Didn't realize they were all knockoffs. But this is the original here. Doesn't have a book or anything in there. But it's stunning. I just haven't, if I do decide to get into Thoth, this will be the deck I get into. Everybody's seen this deck. There is another one that I'm intrigued about. I think the artwork on this deck is stunning. Stunning. And I found this actually a friend of mine. That actually shuffled really nice. A friend of mine owns a bookstore, and he had this deck for like $5. And I bought it from him there because I was like, oh, I need a Thoth deck because the one I got is a knockoff. I don't know if it came with a book, but I did buy it, the big book that goes with this. I just haven't ever dove into it. Next we have and you could do this under you, but I did it under The Universe Has Your Back by Gabriel Bernstein. It is a Hay House deck. This was the first Oracle deck that I was like, I bought it. I saw it. A friend of mine had it, the knockoff version. Which is smaller, but I'm like, those are beautiful bags. What deck is this? And then I saw it. I'm like, even though this is not my artwork, not my type of artwork, I was drawn to it, and I loved it, and I used the crap out of it. It's one of my first 5 Oracle decks. I love the matte cardstock on it, and it shuffles like a dream. It's stunning. I love it. And I think this is one of those underrated decks as well. Okay. Next we have the Tattoo Tarot, Ink and Intuition. I bought this just because I loved the, look, it looks like this old school gypsy style playing cards. Here's the problem. Okay. When I got this deck, they were warped really badly. And I don't know if you can even tell, but, like, yeah, you can tell there, like, the ends, like, it was like the whole deck was folded like this. So now they have this bend in them that I cannot get out. It's crazy. This deck, however, and that's probably what's kept me from using it, I don't know if you can tell there, but these ends are not touching the ground. Because it's that warped. It's weird. It's a stunning, stunning deck, though. Maybe I'll just get another copy of it. But I don't know if I'm going to get another one and it's going to be warped like that or not. I don't know. But it's a stunning deck. It's like a Marseille and an RWS together, which is why I bought it. Plus the, look at it. It's, yeah. I don't know if it got, like, warped on the machine. I don't know. That's the Tattoo, Ink and Intuition. Got these at Five and Below. They were a deck that I got with a kit for the moon. And I did the moon, which is why. And they're just little bitty cards. They're very papery thin. Love the backs. And then they got these different things on them. Pretty interesting. I have used these a bit just to try to get more in tune with the moon, and it's got all kinds of little creatures, but there's not that many cards. There's only like 20 cards in here. 26. Beautiful cards. They're just paper thin because I got them at Five and Below. Next, we have Tarot of the Oppositions by Pierluca Zizi, Michelle D'Alizo. This is a Los Carabero 2-part box. That's the thicker, larger cardstock. The backs are gorgeous. The front. And then you have basically the negative and the positive on the card itself. So this is the one exception deck I have to reading reversals, honestly. But it's stunning. Stunning. I love it, and I've used this quite a bit. quite a bit. These seem a little warped too, but I shuffled the crap out of these. So after a while, these tend to get a little warped. But yeah, once I realized, you know what, this is a deck that's okay to do. Oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? Reversals with. I was fine with the cards. And it's weird because it's almost like the deck kind of shuffled itself into reversals. And then every time I pulled a card for the longest, it was reversal only. And I'm like, what's happening? It was crazy. Next we have the True Black Tarot. I love this. This is an indie deck. I don't shuffle it. I mean, I don't use it often because it bowed really badly right after I got it. And I had started using it. I keep the little black ribbon that came with it. And the book is amazing. These are the backs. And then we got the fronts. And in all the majors, they have this metallic stuff behind the thing. But it's gorgeous. The sun, or lovers. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. It's just not one I reach for a whole lot just because this was like the second most expensive deck I ever bought. And I don't want it messed up any more than it is. Honestly. And it's just very hard to shuffle. But I love it. The book is very insightful. And it just gives you deeper, it goes deeper than what you're used to in tarot. But that's the True Black Tarot. Next we have, do I only have 3 decks left? Yep. I went through them pretty quick. Yeah, I have 3 decks left. So next we have the TV series Tarot by Los Scarabero. I saw this and I'm like, I have to have this. Especially after I got in the movie Tarot that was an indie deck offline. We got the typical. And I bought this deck for this card because this is the Magician. And it is, what's his name, off of The Mentalist. I'm like, it's perfect for the Magician. Love the backs. I did edge it in black. It's the typical Los Scarabero tech box. For the most part, I can name off everybody on these TV shows, but it doesn't. That's the one thing I don't like about this deck is it doesn't give you that information in the little white book. I know I have other decks that do give you that information. Like this is Bones, clearly. Love that show. Yeah, it's just a stunning deck. I think it's cool. I don't know what that one is. Some of these I'm like, what? But then most of them I know. It's really cool. That is the TV series Tarot. I just hit the camera. I hit the camera a lot on the other one. On the other video. My dog just won't stay seated either. 2 left. Next we have, and the lid's gone, I've used the crap out of this deck. The Tarot of the Secret Forest by Los Scarabero. It is a typical tech box. The beauty of this deck, and I etched it in black, is that one side is color. That's the tower. And one side's black and white. And here it almost looks like they have wings and it's burning off as they're hitting the atmosphere. So in the black and white, you get some of the images are a little bit different. And some of them are the same, but you get a little bit more deeper connection. Just like what I said in the last video with that's the tower. No, that's the Four of Cups. The other one was the tower. Look at that. And I got this strictly for shadow work. And then I realized, because I was like, oh, I can use the black and white side for shadow and then the light colored side for non-shadow. And then I realized no matter how you slice it, this is a dark deck. Very dark. So it doesn't matter what side you use because it's all going to give you bad stuff. It's going to give you the stuff that you don't think you're ready for, but you are. Plus, I've used this as a medium mystic read, which terrified me. So it is a really good deck for that, for mediumship readings as well. But that is the Tarot of the Secret Forest by Los Carabero. Last deck in my teas. Pretty sure. Yeah, man, I went through them quick. The other ones, it took me a while. Tarot Grand Lux by Ciro Marchetti. This is U.S. Games. Oh my gosh, my dog is a butthole. It comes in this nice, beautiful matte. It comes edged in this beautiful matte. Also, they're a little bit larger than normal tarot, but I have a lot of his decks. This was the first one I bought, mass market. This is my Encore Tarot has this same moon, but it's got a female in it, and she's breaking the chains that she's tied to the dog and the wolf. It's beautiful. It is my favorite moon card. But yeah, I don't really use this one a whole lot. I think I'm more of a collector of his stuff, but I have used the Encore Tarot. It is my ride or die, the one I go to if I want a Ciro Marchetti deck. And everything else is just secondary. But I bought this deck because of the double. Because I'm like, all the other ones I have are pretty much the same double, and they're awful. And then I saw this, and I immediately thought of the movie Lost Boys from the 80s. And I'm like, I have to get this deck now. Sounds stupid, but I love it, this double card. I love it. It is one of my favorites. And so, yeah. That's how I got the Tarot Grand Lux. But that is all of my tea decks. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night. Bye.